Hey there everybody and welcome back. So we are gonna start covering the new built contents with all the new things that came today. And we're gonna start with the rain system. If you want to watch other stuff, it should be on my channel a little bit later in the week, and especially in the upcoming days. I'll be covering all the new cars, new tracks. But first thing first, because in real life I am a meteorologist. I do weather forecasting for a living, so naturally the rain system is kind of in my area. So we're gonna, talk over what I'm seeing with the weather stuff, what I like, what I don't like, and we're gonna drive in rain for the first time in this video. So I'm gonna, go ahead and get into this. So we're gonna go test drive. And I did went ahead and make sure the frames are working correctly, and I'll get to that in a second. So we're gonna go with the Porsche core 992, which is the GT3 core, the current GT3 for the Porsche. We'll be driving in my home track, Charlotte Motor Speedway on the Volvo. So again, the reason I chose Charlotte is because it's my home state, where I'm the most familiar with the area weather. And then we do have the weather here, and there's different options for this. So you've probably seen in the other videos, there's like 3 different options that you can pick from. You can pick static weather, which is kind of like what it was like for iRacing before. What it was like on iRacing before, for the most part, and the weather's gonna stay static the whole event, the same the whole event. We got the overcast. I mean, it looks exactly like what it was like before, except the track moisture. So the track moisture part is new. It can be none, very light, moderate, heavy, very heavy. And you can change the temperature, and sadly the range looked the same from 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind's still the same, 30 miles per hour. It's all the same as before with the ranges, which is a bummer because I've been seeing other people, the people with early assets was showing like 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Up to 112 degrees Fahrenheit, and I wish we got that option, but we don't. So that's the first mode. And then this is really cool here. We do have the forecast weather mode here, which is why you're telling the game to come up with the weather forecast, and the game will give you the forecast. When you first go into the event, it'll give you the weather forecast based on what you asked it for it. So, and then over the time, there'll be small difference, and then it'll grow into a larger and larger difference from the forecast, which is kind of like what it's like in real life. It can be very different. It can be different to very different from a forecast, even 24 hours from now. It's probably not going to be a big deal for shorter official races, like 15-30 minutes, but it's going to be a big deal for endurance racing. Those 12 to 24 hours races, it's going to be a big deal, in my opinion. And the forecast is going to be shifting over the time with small changes, and these small changes are going to grow over the time, so it's going to really shake up the strategy as the race go on. And we kind of deal with the same thing with professional meteorology, with professional weather forecasts. We're kind of dealing with the same thing, trying to be on the events with the short range model, like HRRR and also RAP. So we have like a couple short range models we're always looking at to make sure we're on the track of the weather events. Even out as far out as 6 hours, 12 hours, and it's like especially important for storm chasing because you have to be right on it, right on the small changes. So this is like big deal, and I love to see this. I'm happy to see this. You can ask the simulator what kind of weather you're kind of specking and still not gonna be exact the same as you asked for it, which is pretty cool. And it's gonna be it's gonna be very important for 24 hours races. I love this detail. But you're right, you're trying to, you know, not play that kind of game. You don't want to always be guessing, and you want to practice. Oh, wait a minute. So, I didn't see this, but you can view the forecast, and you can see the changes over the time. So, this is the test. This is the test session. So, it's gonna be like 3 hours window, 4 hours window. And that's what you can go as far out as basically all day long. And then you can see when the test is taking place here. It's really cool. So you can see the blue line here when the test is taking place. And again, you get the clouds and precipitation here. The chance is still pretty high up. Because we're asking the simulator to keep the rain chance pretty high. But it's not always going to be 100%. It's going to be like... So let's edit the forecast real quick. Let's go to unlikely. The chance of rain's unlikely. But we're going to have a chance of rain. And then you can see how the forecast shifting over the time. During the test, you can see the chance of rain's increasing. But it's still like 30% chance of rain, but so that means during the test you got like 3 in 10 odds that it's gonna start raining during the test at that curtain of a time. And games like that in real world with the weather forecasting, so that's pretty cool details right here. I love to see this, you know, love to see this. And then we got the temperature, which is very static. So let's go with automatic temperature and see what it does here. Again, it's pretty very static. It's not changing a lot. It can be a little bit more extreme with the change of the temperature in real life. So I think going forward into the future, I'll love to see more temperature change. The temperature change to be steeper. You know, it'll be cool to have like cold fronts or warm fronts, especially cold fronts, which can drop the temperature at like 20 degrees Fahrenheit from like 75 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit in like a matter of minutes, like 30 minutes. It can drop from 75 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. So I would love to see that, you know, going forward in the future. But I understand if iRacing try and keep the change to the minimum, try and not shake up the changes too much, or it'll upset things. But you generally, with temperature, you generally see bigger change up in this. As far as the rain, that's about right. It's pretty accurate with the rainfall. You know, it's gonna be cloudy all day long, but the rain's not likely. A little bit likely, and the wind direction is generally the same in that range. So again, that's pretty cool to see. I am asking for the wind speed to be strong. Let's go with some kind of winter. Well, let's kind of go with like. Why is not working? All right, it is working. Sorry. iRacing's been a little bit buggy all night long, so we're gonna give it overcast. We're gonna ensure that it's gonna rain, so we're gonna give it 100% chance of rain. You'll generally see 100% chance of rain in real world with the forecast, but you'll get burned by that 1%. But and the humidity is gonna be the same at 100%, which is pretty accurate. It just doesn't rain unless the humidity is like 100%. It just doesn't. So the temperature, we're going to go with cool. Oh, that's why it wasn't working. We have to turn up the automatic. We're going to go with cool. And the wind, we're going to go with strong. Alright, it's a little bit buggy at the moment, but let's just go with automatic. See what it does. And remember, we're gonna be asking for the wind direction from the southwest, which is the general storm motion here in North Carolina. So North Carolina, the rain cells are usually going to go from the southwest to the northeast. I'm not sure the wind direction, is it? Let's try northeast. I wonder what it does here. Let's go with northeast wind. I wonder if iRacing is saying northeast as in going from the southwest to northeast, and the wind direction being southwest, being from the northeast to the southwest. They might have, it could be backward here. But in the weather world, we're talking about the southwest wind. That means the wind's going from the southwest to the northeast. So I wonder if the opposite is true here. If the wind direction, if they're calling it the northeast, is the wind flowing to the northeast, or is the wind flowing from the northeast? That's my big question here. I need to ask that to iRacing and get a little bit clarification on that, because that's pretty important. If, as a meteorologist, if I'm thinking northeast wind, I'm thinking the wind is going from the northeast to the southwest. That's how it's like in real world. But I wonder if iRacing is saying the wind direction is the northeast. That means it's going from the southwest to the northeast. So I'm gonna try that. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and do this. This is our final forecast. They name here, and before we do that, we're gonna go with timeline indicator, which is really freaking cool in my opinion. You can I'm running through this real quick. Other people cover this better than I did, but you can ask for all kind of weather condition. This is like really freaking cool. So you can ask for heavy rain for the first hour, and then you can have the weather be shifting to mostly cloudy by 5 o'clock. And by the time it's 7 o'clock, you have like mostly clear weather. So this is really freaking cool. But we're gonna play with that later. For now, though, we are gonna go with the forecast. We're gonna go with the forecast and see how it goes. So we're gonna go ahead and do test drive right here. And it's been very exciting to see this new weather system in play. It's like, it's giving me a lot to nerd over with the weather information. And I'm not sure if this is educated, you know, very informative, or if I'm just making things confusing, but I'm just wanting to give you my point of view as a professional meteorologist, you know, who does weather forecasting for a living. Alright, before I turn anything on here, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it alone for now. I'm just make sure my overlays are ready to go when I do start driving, but we'll get to that in a second. Alright, we do have this on now. So what we're seeing is heavy rain. Well, moderate to heavy rain. And yes, I do know the frame's a little bit. I do know the frames are struggling a little bit. I need to get a better computer soon. Hopefully later in the year. So what I'm seeing right now is I'm going to turn this off for now. Alright. So first thing off, I will say I ain't noticed this until now, but there is air pressure in this game. I ain't know this. 29 inches of HG, and the air pressure is rising, which means calmer weather is on the way. If the air pressure is rising, the weather's gonna get more calm. If the air pressure is decreasing, lowering, whatever they call it in iRacing, that means the weather is gonna get worse. That's a general idea. It's kind of oversimplifying things. It's not that simple, but generally, if the air pressure is rising, that means the weather is gonna get better. If the air pressure is decreasing, it's gonna get worse. So that's one point of information I have. And the wind right now, so we do have the east wind right now at 13-14 miles per hour, decreasing to 12 miles per hour. So we were asking the system to give us the northeast wind, east wind. And again, I had a question for iRacing. Is the wind actually going from west to east, or is the wind going from east to west? That's my big question for iRacing. I have to get clarification on that, and maybe I'll leave it in the comment below later on. So the wind's kind of like gusting up and down, kind of like going 10, 15, 20 miles per hour. So that's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate with the wind speed being steady. So this is more sustained at wind speed rather than gust, I believe. So gusts, it'll be like 30, 40 miles per hour with the gusts. And that's something they can probably add in later on. So I'm going to come back to the forecast later on. We're going to look at the radar. And I'm going to tell you this. The radar is spot on. It's spot on. It's probably the best radar I've seen in any games, any simulator. It's spot on. It really captures the growth and the shrink, the dynamics of the cells, you know, the rainstorms. It's really capturing the dynamics of it pretty well. There's a lot of red, but it's fine. There's no specific numbers to them, so it's fine. So generally, I mean the color table, it's perfect too for the purpose. I love the color table of the radar here. So generally, if you're reaching the pink on this radar, that means you're about to see hail zones. So you probably won't ever see the pink on this system, on this radar, because that means you're gonna get hit by hailstones, you know, big hailstones. So again, this is pretty accurate. Somebody did their research clearly. And again, I love this, you know, it's showing the dry slots that are kind of forming. You can kind of see that little drier area forming to the north of a track, about going toward the track. So one could reasonably expect the rain is going to lighten up. You know, the rain's about to get a little bit lighter for a moment, and it's going to match the air pressure a little bit too. So we get asked for the wind to be coming from the northeast, and yeah, it's coming from the northeast to southwest. So you generally want the wind to match the storm motion at the surface. The surface wind is usually pretty close to the storm motion with the wind direction. So yeah. If the wind was east, you probably would see the sails coming from the east to the west. But I had loaded this up a couple times now with the radar, and they always seem to be coming from the north. So hopefully the direction's different each time, you know. I don't know. We'll see. I understand that this is like a very complicated system. I understand that trying to get the radar to be perfect with the, you know, real world stuff, real world details, right? Storm, you know, having the rain cell following the wind, the surface wind. But yeah, we'll see. I'm sure I'll point things out later on. So we're gonna go to the forecast, and like I said, we were asking to ensure the rain. So obviously it's gonna be 100% chance of rain, but this is gonna be very handy for the longer endurance races. because it'll be bouncing over the place with the chance of a rain. The temperature is pretty stable, which is generally what you want to see in real life. Well, I mean, this is only like 4 hours window, so temperature not changing this much. It's pretty accurate, like 90% of the time, except for the situation where you're getting like the cold fronts or warm fronts coming through. But obviously, iRacing's not gonna model the cold or warm fronts for the most part. The wind speed, I would say, is mostly accurate to how it's behaving in real life. It's not rocking around too much. It's been steady with the sustained wind. It doesn't change quickly because wind's like such a large scale pattern. Yes, there are situations where the wind is very localized because the mountains or you're under the storm, directly below the storms. For the most part, wind's like a large scale pattern, so it's not changing quickly. As far as sustained winds go, it's not changing too quickly. So again, 14 to 17 miles per hour, and it's kind of been steady. That's pretty accurate. And the wind direction's also not really changing too much. So one thing that I noticed is when you load up to the game, it's going to show you crazy wind direction going over the place at first. But after you spend certain time in the system, it's become more accurate. So it's pretty accurate that the wind direction's not shifting a lot. Because again, wind's a large scale thing. It's a large scale pattern creating the influence of the wind. So going from southeast to east to northeast, back to east, and then mostly northeast and east for like almost 3 or 4 hours. That's pretty accurate to what we will see in real world. And also overcast condition. We asked for it, so it's gonna be overcasted the whole time. But we'll probably be running more tests with the change in weather, like going from clouds to sunny, clouds to heavy rain to sunny. I'm sure we'll be doing more tests with this thing as the time goes on. But for now, I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed from what I'm seeing. We are gonna go ahead and test the rain for the first time. I did like a couple little bit crawling to make sure everything's working right with the frames. But we do have this baseline for the wet setup. So we do have the choice of dry or wet tires, which is cool. So we're gonna go with wet because obviously it's pouring rain out here. So I think that's it for now. And I'm gonna double check to make sure to load this. So SSR is the reflection of the graphics. Make it easier to see the puddles. Make it easier to see the river stream going down the track. And I need that because I can't use my ears for sounds. I can't listen to the tires. So as a deaf driver, it's absolutely critical for me to be looking at the track, looking for the wet spot, the dry spots, the puddles, the rivers, streams. I have to be looking for that. But I don't think my computer is in a state where I can push high, high SSR, high reflection. So we're gonna have to go with low for now. It's still gonna take a little bit of frames hit on my 27 super graphics core, but there's nothing I can do about it. I do my PC update hopefully later in the year. So the frames, from what I've seen, it's pretty tough in the pit lane. But I'm gonna turn on my overlays real quick. It should be working. And I'm gonna refresh this guy here real quick, and then I should be going forward. So I know this is becoming a pretty long video, but I want to really share my opinion as a professional meteorologist with you all by covering everything I've seen. So one more thing. So the only thing you can see while you're racing here is this is the only thing that you'll get to see with the weather forecast when you're racing, and obviously it's not always gonna match the forecast. So I thought this is pretty cool. And just because they're saying, oh, it's 100% chance of rain with 60 mile per hour wind and temperatures like that, it does not mean it'll be like that. When we get to that point in time, it will not be like that. It will be a little bit different. And that's the whole purpose of weather forecasting here. So iRacing got that right. And I'm very happy we got that the way it is. Alright, we are gonna go ahead and go dry and freaking rain for the first time. Do our first proper lap. I'm so excited for this. So yes, the frames are gonna be a little bit rough, but I get creep forward as a test, and then it get better when I turn out here. I hope. I don't know what the sounds are like for y'all, but I'm sure it sounds amazing. So I'm just creeping forward, looking at the frames. But look at this. Look at the puddles kind of forming against the wall. Look at this. This is so freaking cool. You get the parts of a track. They're kind of flooding with the puddles. So that's really awesome. iRacing really nailed it this. And the frames are kind of crashing. So let me do this real quick. Sorry, I got to do this. I literally went over this a few times, and still, like, always something. Turn this off. Turn this off. But yeah, the reflection can be really freaking cool on a good computer. But I don't have a good computer here, so turn this off. And because I turned the reflection off, this is what I'm gonna get without the reflection being high up. It's pretty frustrating dealing with the limitation of my PC, but this is what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get less reflections. Alright, we're gonna dry this real quick. Yeah, even on the lower setting, the reflection looks pretty awesome. So I guess I had no issue running lower settings. The lower setting for now when it comes to this. Yes, do I want better details for my videos and for my POV, for my experience. Yes, I do wish I can get better setting for the graphics. But unfortunately, I am running a 4 years old pre-built PC. So, look at this. Look at all the puddling they're kind of forming at the bottom of NASCAR corner. That is pretty awesome. And I'm sure it looks amazing in the higher setting. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, it's kind of pushing up on the oval. That's cool. It's kind of trying to push up. So even on the lower settings, you can kind of see where the puddles or where the rivers or where the streams are. So that's, you know, it's still workable. This is still workable for my computer. Oh my god, my god. Yeah, it's tried to kill me. It kind of playing it on the NASCAR corner. That's crazy. I wasn't expecting that. So, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I am a storm chaser in real life. I deal with heavy rainstorm while chasing storms. So, I kind of learned to drive in the rain, heavy rain, and it feels like it, you know, it feels like how it would be when I'm driving, on a highway chasing after the storm. You hit the puddle, you're gonna hydroplane over these. Oh yeah, there's a puddle. See this? I'm kind of finding the puddles here. This is really freaking cool. I'm not gonna lie, this is really freaking cool. I mean, I can be dropping bombs, but this is not the type of videos for me to be cussing. Yeah, I should hit that bit puddles on the exit of a corner. Oh yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. Oh yeah, we're pushing up. Yeah, we're pushing up on NASCAR corner. Yeah, at this place, NASCAR corner's gonna be trying to kill you. We're just barely making the corner here. We're just drifting into the bus stop. And yeah, another thing to note, the paint, you know, the painted lines, very evil with the rain. Oh my god, we did that again. So the paint lines, very evil. Oh yeah, there's no grip here. Also the curbing, the curbs is also evil for the cars and for heavy rainstorms like this. I'm obviously not pushing it right now. I'm being careful with the car. But that's how it should be like, you know. That's how it should be. Driving in the rain. Oh yeah. We're looking for the red line, which is like, I've been learning from the professionals. They got the early sets on how to drive. Oh my god. Yeah. We're just going over the puddles and cars should not stand straight because of the, which is awesome little details. Very awesome little details here. I have always heard that other simulator, you know, I have always driven in the rain in one other simulator, and that was the Formula 2022. The Formula 1 2022 game. That's the only time I had driven in the rain. And this is not like it. Oh my god. Yeah, this course trying to spin in the high bank corners. That's awesome little details. The gravity's trying to work against me with the surface being so slippery. And we're over the painted line, so the course naturally trying to kill me. We're gonna try go a little bit higher. Attack this corner. See if we're not gonna. Oh yeah, it's still trying to push up. And we're gonna spin out. Yeah, this is awesome, man. This is awesome. A little bit. And we're going very slow here because it's so heavy with the rain. I mean, it would be a lot faster. Will be a lot faster if we were doing this for real with the dry slick. All right, I'm trying to get a little bit better with the rain here. Oh yeah, we're spinning. Okay, well then, too much location there, and then we're seeing some puddling on the paint here and feel. And then we got bit puddles on the racing line here. But it's not too bad here with the puddles. And then we got this bit puddle on the exit here. It's gonna make the car gonna, you know, hydroplane and go straight. I'm trying to be full, you know. Oh yeah. I'm trying to go full throttle here, but the car's pushing up. The nose is pushing up on the banks on the banking. But I might be being a little bit too careful here. We were doing this for real racing, hence other people, we probably get smoked it, so we have to be a little bit more creative about driving in the rain. And that's poor of them. Oh my gosh. Not like this though, not like this. And we're gonna spin out again. Alright, that was awesome. This is awesome. We're gonna do one more thing real quick. I'm gonna check up the reflection. I don't know if we're gonna get this or if I have to restart. But check up the reflection. See what it's like. Like I said, the frames are gonna be dropping like crazy. I don't think we got it though. No, we did not. Once you turn off the reflections, you can't get it back until or are we? Oh yeah, we do have higher reflection here. I'll be honest, the difference is pretty minor. After I got it pretty low in the first place, the difference pretty minor. I guess it's more noticeable. I guess it's more noticeable with the reflection changing. If you were like going from high to low, it's pretty noticeable. But when you're going from low to high, it's less noticeable that way. Alright, so the graph is being a little bit weird here, but and we can clearly see the puddles in that corner now. Yeah, there's a little bit more details now. A little bit more raindrops, that's for sure. I think we're getting a little bit more raindrops now that we got higher settings now. But I don't know if I can get away with this when I'm racing with other people. That's the thing. Oh. And for this, I need a better computer to be racing with other people with this, with higher reflections. This time, I'm not gonna lift. I'm gonna push through this corner. And that time, we're able to keep it straight. Yeah, we're not gonna make it. That corner's killing me. But yeah, you'll gain a lot more details with the higher reflections. I mean, it's eye candy for pictures. So you can see my core is kind of stepping out on the high bank. I was just pushing my core through the corner. And it's just spinning the wheels. The back wheels just spinning. So it's trying to step out there. So again, here we are with the slow motion. That's the only way I can get away with this how to graph the settings, you know, and not upset the frames too much while giving you all the beautiful, beautiful little details. But yes, it does make a little bit difference with the settings as far as the reflections are concerned. But look at this, the course is sliding through the turf. You're not seeing the tire slits through the green part. That's because it's turf. But look how cool this is. It's freaking amazing. It's freaking amazing. And we're gonna go over this little area real quick. Look at this. I mean, this is just amazing. You can kind of see where the core, which is gonna go over the little pooling on the inside of the curbs, and then we're kind of like going over the hill, so there's not as much puddling. And then we're gonna go. You can see the puddles along the grass here, and then there's a bit puddles on the exit of this corner. And you can see the water kind of pooling up at the low part of this track, and there's just like pooling of water at the bottom of NASCAR corners. So a lot of little detail that's pretty awesome about this. I think I had covered everything I need to cover here with the rain, but I'm gonna do this real quick. We focus really closely here. You can see the raindrops on the core itself and the windshield. It's amazing, really. So I'm gonna leave it like this because this is shit really cool. Look at this. Slow motion and heavy rain on high settings. Like, damn. iRacing really knocked this out of park. I'm not gonna lie, like, my expectation was pretty high for iRacing to nail the weather patterns, the weather system here. But even then, they really knocked it out of park here with this rain update. Like, this is just unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And it's making my little weather nerd heart very happy today. Look at this. Oh, the spray is just really cool here. This is really making my weather heart very happy. I'm a very happy man. This is like combining all my hobbies together into this build. So again, congratulations to iRacing for getting this new weather system ready to go out today. Even with little hiccups with the release of the build. Like, this is fantastic. What a fantastic job. I hope you're enjoying this video from my perspective as a meteorologist. And let me know if you like this, if you want more of this, if you want me to run more tests and stuff like that. So let me know, and I'll be happy to run some tests or ask questions to iRacing staff. And then meanwhile, I hope you're enjoying this video, and I'll catch you all later. Keep an eye out for more stuff to come in the future. Keep an eye out for more videos to come. And here I am spinning out in the rain. Like, look how cool this is. This is amazing.